What's up, everybody? Noah Kids are back here for another episode of What We Watched in This Month. We're going to be covering July. Why are we a little bit late? Well, one, Luke's been busy. I've been very busy working 2 jobs, open to close pretty much every day in the month of August and before that. But we're going to go into what we watched in July. You guys know how this works. We're going to go into what we watched from the 1st to the 8th, the 9th to the 16th, and da-da-da-da. And once we get to like the 20th, we're just going to fly through them. As you guys know, I am here with my good buddy, Luke Ponto.
What's up?
And let's get into it. I usually let my co-host go first, but this time I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to be selfish.
I think you probably watch less than me, so it makes sense. So I don't blame you.
No. And also, since everybody didn't like the language, I'm going to cut back on it, because in the last episode, we did a little bit too much from what I was told. So we're just going to go into this, and we're going to try and cuss as least amount as possible. So if there's any kids or younger people or older people who don't like language, be forewarned. If it's a bad movie, we might go a little bit overboard, but let's get into it. So first up, I watched Obsession. Finally. This is a very good movie. Very, very good movie. My issue is Bear is so unlikable that you can't really cheer for him, which is what the script wants you to do. And Luke and I have talked about this ad nauseum before. But here's the thing. You're not watching it for Bear. You're watching it for Nikki to see how crazy she actually is and what she's going to do to try and keep him there, because he makes the wish, breaks the one wish. Willow, he gets her to fall in love with him because of the wish, and now he has to deal with the consequences. She goes absolutely bat insane. This is a great movie. Not my favorite horror movie of the entire year, but this will be up for at least Best Original Screenplay and Best Lead Actress at the Academy Awards. I think this movie is good. I mean, I think it's good enough for me to own it. I own the Blu-ray, so I think it's good. A lot of people have this at 5 stars. Obsession is not a 5-star movie to me. For Luke, I know it is. I know it's a 5-star movie. But for me, Luke knows I'm very picky with what I give a 5-star to. Very, very picky. But Next up was a rom-com, 40 Dates and 40 Nights. This is all about the lovely Bailey Madison, and she is tasked with this bet with her grandma. Who can see? Can she go on 40 Dates and 40 Nights and find the one? And then she will give her a lot of money for this endeavor. Very good rom-com. Very solid. It actually has some genuine laughs. Very serious movie, too. It's not just a 40 Days and 40 Nights remake. There's a lot in here that really delves into relationships, love, romance, everything. I mean, fully just goes in there, and I enjoyed that. This is right up my alley. I'm a rom-com guy. Everybody who watches my channel knows that I am the rom-com guy. I enjoyed this more than I thought I would. But next up, after that, I put on George of the Jungle. My dog was starting to be like, hey, can I have a movie? This is one of his favorites, so might as well go with something nostalgic that he enjoys as well. Skip the 3rd. I was working a lot. The 4th, however, this was airing live on Turner Classic Movies, and I decided to watch The Music Man. This is the first time in years that on the 4th of July, I had not watched Jaws, and I did not watch The Sandlot. Those are the 2 big 4th of July movies that everybody watches. I didn't do that this year. I decided to go a little bit off the cuff because this is a American-based movie, a very good musical. Some people think it's a little overly long at 2.5 hours. I tend to disagree, but I grew up with this one. I grew up with it in grade school, in high school, in choir. I grew up with this one all throughout everything. So I love this movie to death. Very good classic musical. One of my personal favorites. And then, yeah. Renovation Romance. This is one that I wanted to like more. Here's the issue. What Hallmark did this year, Luke, they didn't make a single new one besides one. Not a single new Christmas in July movie. We knew this going in, but you can tell because this has a pretty decent budget for what it is. This one stars both two stars who are just treasures in the Hallmark world with Daniel Lissing and Jessica Lowndes. This is all about these two people. They have to do this renovation in New Hampshire, and it's a Christmas-based show. Her boyfriend leaves the show because he has something else to do. Now she has to come up with another idea. Daniel Lissing takes over the job, and now she has to deal with a precarious position of her career and relationship. Very solid Christmas movie. I enjoyed this one. However, not what Hallmark Christmas usually is. You can tell that this one was bought. It's on Hulu. It's under another name. I think they call it Christmas Under Construction on Hallmark Channel, but Renovation Romance on Hulu. After that, I did A Keller Christmas Vacation. This is a very sweet Hallmark movie, one that came out last year and genuinely one of the best Hallmark movies I think they've ever done. This is a straight-up comedy with some romance thrown in there because it is a Christmas movie on Hallmark Channel. You need a little bit of romance, but the comedy works here. It's all about the Keller family who go on this big vacation. They don't know why they're going on this vacation until later in the movie because the father is dealing with health issues. And they go on this big vacation, and the comedy comes in because the Keller siblings just go off the rails. They seriously miss the boat. They have to try and get back on the boat. They get lost in a foreign country. There's some romance details in there I won't go into, but a very solid little romance movie, one that I really enjoyed. It's genuinely funny. Luke, I'm not going to kid you. I think that this is one of the few Hallmark movies that you would actually really enjoy.
Okay.
Because it is not boy meets girl. Girl owns a bakery. He gets told you have to buy bakery for so many dollars. They fall in love. Oh no, breakup. You're going to buy my bakery. And then he doesn't buy the bakery. They decide to partner with it, or he opens his own business and he has to do it now. So they just own the business together. Yay, happy kissy, snow, mistletoe, blah, 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 blah. This is a genuine comedy, and Hallmark does this really, really well when they put their mind to it, particularly with this one and Haul Out the Holly. Very good comedies. Switched for Christmas. This is a very stereotypical story that Luke and I have seen many, many times. Two sisters switch homes around Christmas time. We've seen that in different varieties where it's strangers in the holiday, when it's sisters, when it's brothers, when it's a wife swap. We've seen this before, but this one does it very, very well because it does lean into a bit more drama than the other Hallmark movies do without being too over dramatic and taking away from the rom-com aspect, but really delving into the Christmas spirit. This put me in the Christmas spirit immensely. Very good comedy, very good romance movie, but there's just a small little issue. And my issue with the movie does not come with Candace Cameron Bure. This movie comes with, it's just a decent stereotypical story. If we would have done something different, which they kind of do in the beginning because the one sister has kids and the kids find out immediately. So it's not like they're keeping the secret from the kids anymore. Now the kids are just along for the ride. Exes of Christmas Past. This is one that I had not heard of. This was streaming on Prime, and I was like, let's give this a shot. This is about a hotel manager who returns to her family's home B&B for Christmas. And she finds all 3 of her high school ex-boyfriends staying there at the same exact time. Imagine how that would be, Luke. Talk about awkward. Very good movie, actually. Very, very sweet. It delves into the Christmas spirit once again, but it does it in a way where it's not like, hey, is she going to fall in love with every guy again? No, she's just dealing with this guy's married. They delve into what was the detriment of their very first relationship. And is she going to fall in love with the guy here who she doesn't know? Very sweet little movie. Definitely up my alley, and sweet little movie to watch after work. I know I said that we were going to stop at the 8th, but I'm going to delve into this garbage real quick.
All right.
The 9th. Okay. I can be as honest as I want with this shit. Because I was supposed to do an interview with my co-host on the Heartfelt Hallmark podcast with Brett Varvel. That went out the window. He had to cancel, and we never rescheduled it. This is a Great American Family Christmas movie that they made. And you can tell it's Great American Family because they delve into a lot of stuff. The Trouble with Christmas Mistletoe is supposed to be the title, but they retitled it to The Trouble with Mistletoe. Why? Because GAC got a GAC. This movie's awful. There is no chemistry between these 2 stars. Brett has done Christmas stuff before, but this is his first leading role in a Christmas rom-com for a television channel. And you can kind of tell that because he's not very good. He's not very good in this movie, but he also has an actress who will eat you alive if you don't act alongside her. If she has to hold your hand and be like, okay, come on, sweetie, let's keep this going. We saw that 2 years ago with Happy Holidays on Hallmark Channel when we have a new actor with Jessica Lowndes, and she's delivering a good performance. He can't act himself out of a cardboard box. This is kind of the same way. This movie is so bad, Luke. I couldn't even put into words how bad this movie was. Listen to this. An acquisitions executive returns home for Christmas and unexpectedly reconnects with the former fiancé she left behind. As the traditions of her hometown rekindle old memories, she begins to wonder if the life she walked away from may still be the one meant for her. Where does the mistletoe come in, Luke? Okay?
What?
Okay. Ask me where the mistletoe comes in.
Where does the mistletoe come in?
The last 2 minutes!
Okay.
Shove the holly up your ass, twist it, and sit on it. This
last 2 minutes.
Shit. This movie sucks ass. This movie is GAC at its finest. And there's something very obvious with this movie. Luke and I have seen many occasions, whether it be a sitcom, right, or a romance, and the actress is pregnant. At least at some points, someone's like, okay, let's just say have her hold the laundry basket. We've seen that in sitcoms where she's either sitting down, she's in bed, you hear her voice. Jillian Murray's clearly pregnant, and there was nobody doing any press for this. No one was excited for this movie. I signed up for Great American Pureflix just to watch this a couple days early, and I regretted my decision about 20 minutes in. I wanted to stop this. I wanted to do something else. I would rather be working an open to close shift than watch this shit again.
Oh God.
It is that bad. It is an awful movie. Hated this movie, and I don't recommend anybody watch it. Okay, so let's go to the comments real quick. Miley says, "It's my birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday."
And it's also my friend's Hannah's birthday. Happy birthday to Hannah.
Happy birthday.
What's up, Michael? How you doing, man?
What up, my dude?
So now we're going to go into what did Luke watch?
All right.
Okay, so this is going to be split into two separate screens because the first screen I think only has like 6 movies on it, and then we'll go to the bottom of the next page.
All right.
Keep going. There we go.
All right. So starting it off with Hokum. Still in my
no. I'm joking.
I know you're joking, but genuinely in my top 5 movies of the year. I love it so much. Genuinely creepy. I think it's even more effective on a second watch. Like it. I mean, of course, like you still get the scares. Like the scares are still as effective as the first time.
Yeah.
Like I will say that because holy crap, that the bunny scare specifically, the one that you see in the trailer. Yeah, still engraved in my mind. I will tell you that. Jesus.
Yeah, the first time I watched it, I nearly messed my pants. So.
Well, I mean, hell, like once he pops up on the TV screen that in the honeymoon suite,
and
nightmare fuel.
Stays there too.
Yeah, exactly. Nightmare fuel. And then we watched Past Lives, which is one of my favorite. It's not one of my favorite A24 films. It is my favorite A24 movie. Just a great movie, like about relationships. And they actually portray it in a very realistic way to where it's not like, feeling so Hollywoodized, so sanitized, stuff like that. Celine Song knows how to portray romance and a love story in a very realistic way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that movie does. Jackass the movie sure represents. I love Jackass. I don't know what else I can say. Then saw Minions and Monsters in the theater, and I was genuinely shocked how much I enjoyed it because I thought I was going to hate it. It's the best of the 3 Minions movies. I have to say it. It's the best one because for one, the Minions are not annoying, and it's an interesting look at how they were like tackling like the golden age of Hollywood with the Minions. By the first 10 minutes, I was won over, and I was shocked at how much I laughed because the last 2 movies were pretty much a couple of laughs, but otherwise, I literally wanted to plug my ears. Yeah. Jaws, it's a classic. You're going to need a bigger boat. And then I watched Beau Travail, which is a movie that Mike, aka Mike's Film Fix, recommended to me. I watched it on the Criterion Channel. Phenomenal film from Claire Denis, basically covering the horrors of boot camp. That's the best way I can describe it without spoiling anything. It's a terrific film. And then Evil Dead Rise. Love Evil Dead Rise. It's one of my favorites of the franchise. Yeah, it's a great movie. Oh, wait. Whoa. What are we doing? Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, we had to switch because that was the top, and then I had to go back one page. So.
Oh, gotcha. I was a little confused, like why you were like doing it like that. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Then watched Dazed and Confused on a watch along. I mean, who doesn't love Dazed and Confused? All right. Gotta love Matthew McConaughey. And then rewatched Sex, Lies, and Videotape. That's the very first film by Steven Soderbergh. Liked it even more on a rewatch, dude. That's a really solid thriller. So
I still gotta see that one.
It's a good one, dude. I really think that you would like that because I actually saw somebody, or one critique particularly, compare In the Company of Men to this movie.
Oh, okay.
Like it has that same kind of vibe, even though it's like, of course, this is more of like a drama thriller kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, where as In the Company of Men is very much like a dark dramedy. So you can kind of sense the similarities between the two. Like when you watch them, like if you watch Sex, Lies, and Videotape and In the Company of Men back to back, you can kind of sense the similarities with the dark humor.
Yeah.
And then rewatched The Collector. It's basically people will say this is basically Timu Saw, but I like this movie a lot. It rules. Gruesome though. It is gruesome, but it's a good movie. Then rewatched Project Hail Mary, or as I should say, Amaze, or Fist My Bump. There you go. Yes. Yeah, I love this movie. Not much more I can say.
Love it.
And then rewatched Silent Night, Deadly Night for a little Christmas in July. Yeah, it's still great. I love it. I know Noah's not a big fan of this one, but
no,
I dig it. I dig it. It's a lot of fun.
More power to you, brother. More power to you.
And then, as Noah was alluding to, rewatched Obsession. It's still my #1 film of the year, and I think it might be the film I could see myself rewatching the most this year, because it's a film that there's so much to unpack, even with multiple viewings. There's so much that you can unpack with it. And I'll be completely real with you. I don't think it was Curry Barker's intention for you to like Bear as soon as one specific scene happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because remember, he was offered $2 million to rewrite Bear as the hero. And I'm glad that he declined that offer, because it's like, you don't have to root for every character in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But with this one, it's like, it kind of shows that, like, the kind of lengths that Bear goes to try to make the relationship work in a way, even though obviously he's still not aware that the wish works until a certain character gets killed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. Just for me, watching it that first time, it's a good movie. It's just a lot of the issues, and now we have the small dumb issue of Indy didn't deserve the role in X-Men.
Well, and people complaining about that she declined, like, working with someone like Leonardo DiCaprio for Heat 2. And honestly, I gotta say, that's okay by me. Like, that's totally okay. Like,
because think about this. How much would she actually be in Heat 2 compared to X-Men? I don't think she'd be in it a whole lot.
X-Men, she probably would be in like 20% of the movie. Like,
or less, because depending on who she was going to be, they might not have a very big role. She's making more money from Marvel, which is what the acting game is about, but also her name's out there. And
plus this will give her a shot at more big blockbuster movie roles.
Yeah.
So
I'm really hoping that she does very, very, very well. Pixar project's very smart, but we will see, because Obsession, we have seen people get lucky with their first roles and they kind of fall off. I don't think that's going to be the fact with Indy. I think she's going to stick around. What I'm really hoping is she doesn't get this thing of just being known for that movie.
Yeah.
Because already she's getting sick, because everybody has asked her, can you do the smile? Can you do the no? She's getting sick of it, which that's a fan issue. That's a fan issue, because if we met her, we'd shake her hand, say it's very nice to meet you. I love doing this movie and this But a lot of people are just like, let's go into this and this and this.
Well, yeah, I mean, hell, not even just for Indy, like for getting like this big career path. It's also the same for Michael Johnston. Like, he's getting he's in talks for the next Mummy movie that Radio Silence is doing.
Yeah, so, he's signed that deal.
Insane to think about, like, going from a small indie horror film to a big franchise film, like for Indy Navarrete to X-Men, and then Michael Johnston to The Mummy.
Yep,
that's a huge deal.
Now let's hope that they can keep it up. Because
I think they will. They will.
The X-Men, a lot of people think it's going to be X-Men every single year. I'm sorry. Have you seen Marvel?
Well, I mean, did you not see the X-Men movies previous? Because, like, the first one came out in 2000, and then we had a 3-year gap between the first film and X2, X-Men United.
Exactly.
3-year gap also between X2 and X-Men 3.
Exactly. And Marvel doesn't do a 3-year gap for most of their movies. Look at Shang-Chi. Look at Thunderbolts. There's no word on Thunderbolts. We finally got a sequel announced for Black Panther 3. So, but yeah, so much to talk about. But what did I watch after that? Well, It was Christmas in July.
Right.
Mickey Saves Christmas. I'll tell you what, Luke. This was freaking adorable. This was adorable as hell. This is exactly what you think it's going to be. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this one at all. This is just cute. The Polar Express, it's a classic. Remember seeing this in kindergarten or first grade. I can't remember which year I saw it. It might have been first grade. We read the book in class and we watched it in the movie theater. Great, great movie.
Why to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express.
The Sitter Downers. This is a Three Stooges short, all about the Stooges who become famous and are given all this money in a settlement because they want to marry these girls, and the father says no. So they pick it, and they get famous, and they're given a lot of money. But they get married. The wives say, no honeymoon until we get a house. So they think they bought the house. No, they got to build the house. And after they found out they have to build the house, they stand there and say, no honeymoon? Fine. So they pick it. I'm telling you what, this is one of the most hilarious Three Stooges shorts I have ever seen. This is classic Stooges. This is stupid, all out hilarity. I love this short to death. I'm going to send you this one, Luke. I'll send it to you because I think you're going to have a great time with it.
All right.
Violent is the word for Curly, an all-time classic of the Stooges. They become professors at a all-girls school, and this is where the famous ABC B.A. Bay song comes from for the Stooges. If you're a Stooge fan, you know that song. Well, the Water Boy. It's the Water Boy.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Yeah. It's stupid. It's stupid. I don't care though. It's so freaking stupid but fun.
It's also quotable too. Like that's the funny part. It's so fucking excuse my language. It's so freaking quotable.
There's not many movies where we're sitting there and we're like, what can I watch tonight that's just plain and simple and under 90 minutes that I can quote the whole thing. There's not very many of those. Because a lot of the movies that we watch, mostly we like to sit down and think. Not this month, but oh my Lord. Most of the time it's like these hard-hitting dramas, these psychological horror movies, these deep comedies, these rom-coms have a meaning to it. The Water Boy, he just wants to tackle people because they make him angry, and high quality H2O.
That's some high powered H2O.
and I saw her boobies, and I like them too. It's stupid. I freaking don't care. I love the Water Boy.
Oh man.
Next up, a Goofy movie. Instant classic. Wanted to watch something short, and this did the absolute trick. Hocus Pocus, very classic quotable movie. Not the right time of year for it, yeah, but I don't care.
It's Hocus Pocus.
It's Hocus Pocus, and I mean, if everybody can watch horror around all year round, why can't I watch Hocus Pocus? Because you know what? It's going to be on freaking Freeform 45,000 times in the month of October anyways, when I don't feel like watching it. How to Figure Income Tax. This is a comedic short from 1938. This is a stupid short. It's not that great, but man, does it have some good moments to it. There are some laugh out loud moments that from the 30s, you would think it'd be overly stupid. It is. It is overly stupid. But that's the point. These played in front of, like, say, Gone with the Wind or something. or The Wizard of Oz, they played these shorts in front of trailers and then in front of movies. So for like 10 cents or a quarter, you pay 5 cents for your movie ticket. My grandma literally said this to me. She was a little girl and she was given a quarter and she spent all day in the movie theater. She would go and pay to see the movies, and a lot of them were like old cowboy movies and cartoons, and then she got a 10-cent box of popcorn. Imagine that, Luke. 10 cents for a box of popcorn, and it was a big box too. Now we pay $8, $12, $15 for a bucket of popcorn. Yeah.
Hey.
Look what's changed in about 70 years.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was on Luke and Michael's stream. And I'm like, what should I watch tonight? Mike goes, have you seen Children of Men? I said no. I had been looking forward to seeing it. Never got around to it. Well, I watched it and it's freaking phenomenal. One of the most depressing movies I will ever see. You don't get connected to anybody, but that's the point, because anybody can die at any point. And you don't know who's the villain until about halfway through. You don't know who to cheer for. You don't know which side you're on. The script is great. The performances are very, very solid. I enjoyed this one immensely. It just completely shocked me how much I loved Children of Men. Will I ever watch it again? Probably not. This is one of the few movies that are a 4.5 to 5 star. That it's a great movie. I don't think I can ever rewatch it because of the subject matter in it. It's very depressing and upsetting to watch that type of a film.
It definitely is.
But that's not saying I won't, because there's multiple other things where I'm like, maybe I'll watch this tonight.
Yeah.
But I don't think that anybody in their right mind is going to take their time on a day off and sit down and watch this, Schindler's List, or anything sad right afterwards. Right after that, you need to just end your night and go to bed, or you watch that movie first thing in the morning, and you watch something happy immediately afterwards, because that will ruin your day.
Yep.
So, Luke, what did you watch the second week of October?
October?
Or sorry, damn.
Oh God.
December 2028. What'd you watch in December 2028?
July 2026, by the way, please.
December 2028. And July 2026.
Okay. Oh, that was funny. So everyone watched Stir of Echoes, of course, directed by David Koepp, starring Kevin Bacon. Great movie. Checked out Rashomon. That's a really good one. If you guys haven't seen that one, definitely check it out. Then saw Evil Dead Burn. Talk about not talk about just brutal, but nasty. Oh man. That was certainly something, I will say.
I just got done watching that a couple hours ago.
Oh, man.
Woo!
Yeah, that movie is a lot. But it's so good.
To sit down with your date, have dinner, and get some nookie afterwards. No. You ain't getting nothing after that.
God. You're man, dude. That movie was... Oh, my God.
Nasty, foul, gross, insane, crazy, batshit.
every word that you can describe that, man.
It's stupid. Oh my God.
It's just freaking brutal, dude. Like, I saw this at a very late showing for this movie, with a good friend of mine and his girlfriend. There were moments where we reacted, but of course we didn't make noise like the people that were in the back did. Like, they were talking throughout most of the movie, which but But like during like the most insane scenes, particularly with the dishwasher scene, and one scene that I will not spoil if you guys are animal lovers.
Yeah.
I cannot say it on stream because yeah, I can't say it.
That's the one thing I think was very unnecessary about the movie. I don't know why they had to do that besides shock value. That's the main reason they did it. But
that's what the franchise is known for. So
yeah. But yeah,
those two scenes particularly where I was like, oh, like, oh my god, yeah. But great movie though, great movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that it was a bit more of an actual family drama this go around. I mean, love Evil Dead Rise, and it was like a family that actually loved each other. Yeah. No, like this family is like going through the motions, dude, and they have some drama, like emphasis on that, emphasis on drama.
Particularly our lead girl. Yes. Very, very much so. It tackles something that a lot of horror movies don't really tackle in the best ways, but this one did it with the utmost respect, considering what the Evil Dead series is.
Yes. I do think there is some pacing issues, I will say, because the movie clocks in at almost 2 hours. Like, it's kind of weird this is the longest one when the rest of the franchise is like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like you could have really trimmed down like maybe 15 minutes.
I'm just gonna say I think you could have cut down the last like 10 minutes and end it with what happens then before she's saved. Because I'm like, okay, she makes it out, cool.
Right.
But then after that, the end credit scene was what really made me excited. That was really cool.
That was cool. Bit confusing though, because Evil Dead Wrath is going to be a prequel.
Yeah.
So that left me a bit confused, but still cool though. Just don't know how it's really going to tie in with Evil Dead Wrath.
If it even does, they might have an idea for a Rise 2 or something like that, but I don't know what's going to happen because I know they won't be doing any time. Well, see, I can't say that either.
Well, because they did time travel at the very end of Evil Dead 2, which led into Army of Darkness.
Yeah, so they might do something like that, but with Evil Dead, anything's possible.
Yeah, like it. You know how it's gonna go. Yeah. But regardless, needed something quick to watch. It was very late at night, so I went with the Doom Generation. Yeah, weird movie, but I become a big fan of Gregor Araki. So, and this one is fast at only 83 minutes. It flies by. Just at times, I think it's a bit too weird for its own good. Just got to say that because this movie is nuts. Just got to say it, man. It is crazy. Like, it is freaking brutal from time to time. I have to say that. Like, there's some specific scenes where it's like, it's crazy how they did that in the 90s because nowadays, I'm not sure if you could really get away with that nowadays.
You might get an NC-17, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't get an R rating because fun fact, they had to cut down quite a bit of this film to get a theatrical release and give it an R rating because the theatrical cut is 80, not the theatrical cut. The director's cut, which is the version that I've now seen twice, is the one that's 83 minutes. Mm-hmm. The one that was released theatrically in theaters was only 71 minutes.
Dang.
And you could probably imagine like what scenes they had to cut. Like if you watch this movie, like you could probably just picture in your head like what scenes they had to cut out.
Mm-hmm.
Because believe me, there was probably quite a bit they had to cut out. Like I want to try to watch that 71-minute version and then watch the director's cut back to back and see what they really cut out.
Yeah.
Because it'd be interesting to see like what they cut out of the movie but at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me what they cut. Because if you know Gregor Araki, then you know the kind of stuff that the kind of movies that this guy makes. So, but I can't say anything else further than that because again, if you're a Gregor Araki fan, then you know. Just have to say that. And then watch Caroline, a great, like, simple Bonnie and Clyde's, like, Southern Fried Bonnie and Clyde kind of story with a great romance between Samara Weaving and Kyle Gallner. Yeah, it's basically like a Southern Fried Bonnie and Clyde story with them robbing banks.
Yep.
Like, that's what you get here, and it's a great time. Like, when you get the director of Snack Shack, like, making a movie like this, you know you're in for a good time. So, and then rewatched Nowhere, another Greg Araki movie, part of his Teen Apocalypse trilogy. I enjoy it. I think it's a good movie. Bit too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the way the movie ends. I absolutely hate the way that it ends. Because, like, something happens, like, something pretty bloody. And then it's just like, and I'm like, no, Greg, no.
Yeah.
Like, you need to extend that crap. Like, like, you need to go at least 90 minutes. Because it's like, how do you explain that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it's a very surrealist movie, but how do you explain that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that little rant, but dude, I hate that ending. And then Autumn Sonata, directed by Ingmar Bergman. I wanted to check that out because, I mean, another one that Mike recommended to me. I adored Autumn Sonata, a phenomenal family drama. That is the perfect definition of a family drama. Like, that is how you do family dramas perfectly. And then rewatch True Romance, one of my favorite films of all time. I mean, Tarantino written script, directed by Tony Scott. Great movie. Persona, another Ingmar Bergman film. Probably my least favorite that I've seen from his so far, but still a really good movie. It is confusing, and it might be a film I will have to rewatch to understand it better, but still really good, though. And then I watched The Carpenter's Son with Nicolas Cage. That movie belongs on Tubi. It absolutely belongs on Tubi, which is actually how I watched it, ironically. But yeah, it is a terrible film. Boring as hell. Oh my god, an absolute snooze fest.
I'm gonna pop in here, all right? Because I've actually seen this movie too. And I think what really did it for me is because I am a religious guy. I think this one worked for me a little bit more. And just because of the way they did stuff. But it's still not a great movie. It's by far not great. What did I even give this movie? I don't even remember. I'm gonna take a little look here. Because even I don't know. 2.5, 3. I gave it 3.
Yeah, I was so bored. So I'm glad you like it, man. I'm glad you do. But for me, nah, son.
Never watch it again, though.
Not it, man. Not it.
But Nick Cage does have a couple good moments there, but not as much as I thought he would.
I mean, he's Nicolas Cage. What else can you really say?
And did you watch that trailer for it when it came out?
No.
It looked a lot darker than it was actually going to be. It looked like this was going to be like a very dark Christian horror movie. This movie's actually a lot lighter than what you think it will be, because there's moments here where there's a bit of happiness, but not so much so that it takes away from the horror of it. It's basically a Christian horror movie.
Yeah, but I will say, not a very good one.
No, not by far.
All right, let's move on because we can actually mention one of my favorite comedies, Major League. Hilarious movie. Hilarious. What else can I really say about Major League? It's hilarious. All right, there. Let's see, what are we doing?
And then the 16th.
Yep, I got a few. I think I got a few for the 16th. I think.
Yeah.
God is. That's a movie that people were like really hyping up, being like, "Oh my god, it's one of the best of the year." I watched and I was like, "It's good. Nothing we haven't seen before." Empire Records. It is a film that is very light on plot. I have to say that. It's basically Clerks if they worked in a record store. Like, that's basically the movie. And obviously it's not directed by Kevin Smith, but Still a good movie nonetheless, though. I really enjoy it, but I think the soundtrack is what really helps it. A phenomenal soundtrack from the 90s. And then Maggie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Abigail Breslin. A little zombie drama. It was good. I would say good. Not a movie I plan to revisit, though, because it's a film where I like the idea of it more than the movie itself. Like, it has an interesting idea, but kind of lackluster execution. But Arnold is phenomenal in it. Like, it actually showed he can do dramatic work. Like, instead of just being like, the typical action, like, buff guy that we see in movies like Commando, The Terminator, stuff like stuff like that, like Predator, movies like that, but a solid enough movie. And then Gunshy, a romantic comedy action thriller, I guess you can call it, with Liam Neeson and Sandra Bullock. I think when it goes to the romance side, I think that's where the film is actually strongest. But when it cuts to like the DEA side of the story and like the mob side, I'm like, you're not balancing the tones correctly. So, yeah, Liam Neeson and Sandra Bullock are good, but the movie itself, mediocre.
All right.
Thank God it was only $5 the one I bought it on Fandango, because, oh man, if I paid any more than that, dude, I'd be like, what did I spend my money on?
Next up, on the 16th, I watched Bicycle Thieves. Very good French movie.
It's Italian.
Italian. Very, very good foreign language movie. There we go. Very good foreign movie. However, it's a little light on story. And I think they could have went a little bit further with it, because once the movie ends, it just ends. It's literally. I'm not going to go into it because a lot of people don't like spoilers, but it's from the 40s. But whatever. The movie ends and you're like, okay, that's it. Cool. It was good. I'm not going to rewatch it, but for one-time watch, very fun. Jackass the movie. We were all expecting our theaters to get Jackass. And mine and Luke's theater did not get best and last. We did not get it. So he has seen it. I have not. I'm watching it tomorrow. The first Jackass is very good. There's one particular scene that really gets me.
I know what it is.
It's the paper cuts.
Yep, the paper cuts.
The paper cuts gets me. That's out of everything. Out of the poop. And the gross out humor and the stabbings and the nudity, everything that they do that's gross and over the top, that's the thing that gets me, because, yeah, they go through pain a lot. But that's something that just hurts like none other. In my eyes, that just makes me... Ugh! Anyways. No. Step Brothers, one of the best comedies of all time. I like this more the more I watch it. When I first watched it, it was like a 3.5, because I did not care for the little bit after Boats and Hoes. After the after the two parents get a divorce and they have to go on their merry way and actually become adults and get jobs.
I mean, we're gonna play a little game. On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. Don't even think about it. Just name it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
Very good comedy. I think the first half is a lot funnier, obviously, because that's the main purpose. But what John and Will do very, very well is they bounce back and forth off each other the majority of the time in all their movies. Holmes and Watson not included. But speaking of Will Ferrell, Elf, it was Christmas in July. I wanted to watch a Christmas movie, and my dog did too. So I said, sure, why not? Okay, The Darjeeling Limited. This is a movie that was on the Criterion Channel. I think it still is, maybe. It might be on there still. I don't know. This is a movie that I wanted to like more. Wes Anderson is a very particular taste. It is Luke's taste. I know he loves this guy to death, loves Wes Anderson. I like Wes Anderson to a point. I like more of his newer movies because I think this was right around when he was starting to get his niche of what he's turned into. Because with his shorts not included, obviously, but with stuff like Rushmore, all his earlier stuff I haven't seen. The ones that I've seen, Grand Budapest, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Asteroid City, Phoenician Scheme, and The French Dispatch, and now this, I think this is my least favorite of his work. Not saying it's a bad movie, because I don't think he has a bad movie in his repertoire. It didn't make me laugh, though. These performances and sets are so good that I have to give it a positive. With a movie from Wes Anderson, it's going to hit you one way. If it doesn't work for you, it's just not going to work for you. And I think that Luke can speak on this, because he's seen all of his stuff, including his shorts. So would you agree that Wes kind of got into his style more, and then he fully embraces it about like maybe 2013, 2014-ish? Like fully embraces it and goes very full and lots of cameos and stuff like that.
I think he really fully embraced it when it came to Moonrise Kingdom, because that's where you get people like Bruce Willis, you get Frances McDormand, Bill Murray, Jason Schwartzman, Edward Norton, like just to name but a few. You get Tilda Swinton in there, and then of course Grand Budapest. Like you get every like A-list celebrity known to name in that movie. Go to Isle of Dogs, same thing. French Dispatch, same thing. Asteroid City, exactly the same thing, and no different with the Phoenician Scheme.
Exactly. And his older stuff, he had a style. He really had a style, but the older he's gotten, he's fell into the same style, and he knows he has his niche. There's a lot of people that don't like Wes Anderson's style. A lot of people have only seen the earlier stuff like me, and I like his newer stuff more than his older stuff. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to go back and rewatch his older stuff, because if you want to see how a filmmaker has fully developed into who he is, I think you have to watch stuff like this and see what your speed of this director is. Because if somebody like, say, a Hitchcock, right, only stuck with stuff like the Lodge, The Man Who Knew Too Much, then we wouldn't have gotten stuff like Psycho, The Birds, Rear Window, Rope,
Vertigo.
Exactly. Everything else he did after that leads up to something else, and he got his style, and then he kind of just knew what he was doing. Wes Anderson's that same way. I respect the dude so much, and I can't wait to see his next movie. I don't know when that's coming out, but
probably in at least a year, because if you think about like the timeline between French Dispatch, Asteroid City, Phoenician Scheme, like they're at least like a 2-year gap.
Yeah.
And so we're probably going to get his next film by next year.
And what I'm really hoping is he keeps doing that, because at least you have something to look forward to every couple of years. Whereas a lot of directors have been doing this thing of, okay, let's put out 3 or 4 projects a year and work on 3 or 4 projects per year. And that's just starting to burn them out a little bit. And you can tell in their quality of filmmaking. Not with Wes Anderson. He likes to take his time. He likes to delve into the script, and he likes to fully go into everything.
Exactly.
Then I joined this guy's watch along for The Sandlot. It's The Sandlot.
You're killing me, Smalls.
It's The Sandlot. Who doesn't like Sandlot? It is one of the best 90s movies, one of the best friend movies of all time. We were quoting this, having a crap load of fun, having a great time, and just enjoying our time. The Sandlot, endlessly watchable. I think that me and Luke both agree that we sit down. No, that we sat down as kids growing up, and we just watched this on loops
Yeah.
endlessly.
I mean, dude, it's
but
The Sandlot. So, what can you really say, dude? It's The Sandlot. So,
my tea's gone.
oh,
But after that, Breathless, the original 1960 movie. I gotta say, wasn't a big fan of it. It's very well made. The story, however, of how it got made, Nouvelle Vague, is so much better because you actually see the painstaking effects he went to make this movie. It's very well done. It's sweet, and the actors they got to that played these two stars, immaculate performances. And I kid you not, Zoe Deutsch fully looks like her. I mean, embraces this character, and you believe it's her. After that, Love at First Sight. This is a very sweet romance movie on Netflix, all about these two people who meet at an airport, and they're flying to the UK to go home for a wedding, and also to be with family. Very sweet movie. The last 20 minutes kind of falls off a little bit. It kind of falls into the same trap that one of my favorites does, and I hate saying this, that The Wedding Date does. The last 20 minutes are so freaking unbearably slow, even though the movie's only an hour and 19 minutes. I think that it just moves too slow. Yes, you know they're going to get together. You know what you're getting. But you mainly watch this for the first, 40 minutes when they're on the plane. Then the second half, you're like, okay, this is good. Speaking of I thought The Descent was just It's fine for me. Not one of my favorites, but definitely something I don't think I'll rewatch again. It was fine. I'm not gonna say it's bad. 2.5 stars is it was watchable.
yeah. I was about to say, dude, I disagree respectfully because that is one of my favorite movies.
And you're wrong. No. No,
well, screw you too.
The stream's over. The stream is over.
Cut.
I gotta pee anyways. I'm joking. No. Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. I had to turn something on for my dog. This is a safe bet. It's fun. I watched this as a toddler, and it's very fun. Four Christmases. This is a Christmas movie I don't watch year-round with my dog. One, I don't think he's a fan of it. He's not a big fan of this movie. I am. This one really leans into the comedy. But it's only 84 minutes. You sit through it really quick, and you have a good time.
All right.
Have you seen that movie, Luke?
I don't think I have, actually.
Dude, I'm gonna have to send you a copy of that one. That's a great movie. Great movie.
There is a Blu-ray for it, though, isn't there?
Yes. I don't have it. I have the DVD that comes with Four Christmases and Fred Claus.
See, I have the DVD that came with Elf and Fred Claus, not Four Christmases.
Okay. Which, funny enough, I have the Blu-ray for Fred Claus, but I'm keeping the DVD double feature until I get the Blu-ray of Four Christmases.
There you go.
I think it's out of print. I don't know.
Let me see if it's on Amazon for a decent price, at least.
Yeah, because
you can go ahead. You can go ahead and keep going while I look. So,
and then Leaving Las Vegas, I got in the mood to watch something, and I'm like, let's watch this. It's a very dark, depressing movie. Very dark and depressing movie, but holy crap, this is phenomenal. This is one of the best movies that I watched for the first time throughout the whole year. This is one that is not easily rewatchable. It's all about a drunk who quits his job. Things are not going well, and he just wants to go to Las Vegas and drink his life away. That's what he wants to do. That's his main goal, is to go and just drink.
Oh, man.
Very depressing movie. Great performances here. I absolutely recommend this movie to anybody who hasn't seen it. It is one of the most depressing films, but Mike Figgles does a great job. Is it Figgles? I want to say it's Figgles who directed this movie. I'm not sure. Is it Mike Figgles or Feige's?
Let me see.
It might be Feige's.
Leaving Las Vegas. No, I'm looking.
Okay.
So you said what was it?
I thought it was Mike Figgles, but it might be Mike Feige's.
I think it's Mike Feige's.
It's Mike Feige's. Okay.
I think.
Okay. Mike Feige's. It's an alcoholic screenwriter who just wants to drink his life away until he drinks himself to death. But he starts this friendship and sort of a relationship with a prostitute named Sarah, played by the phenomenally underrated Elizabeth Shue. Great movie. Have you seen that movie, Luke?
No, I have not. It is on my watch list.
It's so good. So good. Review. This review is going to be very, very, very short. This was a short on the Criterion channel. I thought it would be just what it was. It was 3.5 minutes. You're in and out, and it's just quick. Very well done, though, and the story is pretty important. Pretty important. Flying with Music. This is a 1942 film. That is like 46 minutes, and it's about these flyers, and the flyer in question is accused of a crime, and he's escaping the clutches of the police. It's a musical as well. It's very odd. It doesn't quite have a genre balance where you know what you're getting it. With it, you're sitting there and you're like, okay, what's going to happen next? Because it's not very funny. It's not very witty. It's just the uninteresting story with some pretty catchy songs. That's about it.
All right.
We're flying through this, man. I mean, we are flying.
Yeah, definitely.
So we will go here. And Luke, what did you watch the next week in the month of December 2028? No. God
damn, we're not doing this again.
Yes, we are. In July.
Okay, so starting it off on the 17th, which was my dad's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Watched The Killing of a Chinese Bookie. This is a John Cassavetes movie. My third one that I've watched now after Woman Under the Influence and Shadows. The Killing of a Chinese Bookie was a really solid mobster flick from Cassavetes. So I think this is a good one to watch after Woman Under the Influence. If you're starting to get into Cassavetes, then first one, by a country mile, watch a woman Under the Influence. And then I would say go into The Killing of a Chinese Bookie, because this is one of both of those films, I think, along with Shadows, are part of his 5-film collection set on the Criterion Collection. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's kind of the reason why I'm trying to get into Cassavetes, is to see if he's a director that's up my alley. And so far, I can confirm it. Woman Under the Influence is a masterpiece, though. But Killing of a Chinese Bookie, there's some issues. Same thing with Shadows. They have their issues, but this is a good one. La Aventura. This is a 1960 movie that was also on the Criterion channel and also released in the Criterion Collection. It's a solid little movie, although too long, and I will say this is a pretty depressing movie, but a good one. It's a good one. And then, of course, do we need to say much? The Odyssey. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's a masterpiece. It is. It's an epic. Yeah, Basically, the two words I can describe it: epic masterpiece. That's what it is.
Haven't seen it yet. My theater don't got it until next Friday, I think.
Hopefully so, man. I
Because
hope your theater gets this, man, because you need to see this movie in a movie theater.
We're getting rid of both Spider-Man and Paw Patrol next week, and the theaters, no, the posters that they have right by where you walk in is The Odyssey and Coyote versus Acme. And Coyote versus Acme comes out next weekend. So what I'm thinking is that The Odyssey is going to be with it. And if so, yes, I am going out of town next weekend, but Friday, if I get off in time, I'm going to go to the 3:45, 3:30 showing. If not, I'm going to go to the 6:45.
I mean, hey, it's worth it though.
Friday.
It's absolutely worth seeing. Like, no matter like what showing it is, it's worth seeing on the big screen. Like, you have to see this film on a big screen. Like, if you did not see this on the big screen, then you did yourself a disservice, man. Like,
exactly.
I just have to say it.
And here's the thing. I think here's why my theater didn't get it opening weekend is because with multiple other films like this, like the big, expensive, Oscar baity, smart movies, right? They didn't do well. With Tenet, sure, extenuating circumstances with COVID, yes. Judas and the Black Messiah did not do well. Project Hail Mary did not do well at my theater at all. What's very shocking is Iron Lung did better than Project Hail Mary at my theater. That's what's shocking, is that Iron Lung did better.
And not Project Hail Mary.
Not Project Hail Mary. I walked in there on my break one day in the theater to get some popcorn, and I'm like, so what's going on? He looked at me. The husband looked at me and said, those movies don't do well for us. What does very well for us is the kids' movies and the big audience movies like the Marvel movies and the DC, the Star Wars, the Frozen stuff like that, and the Christian movies. So that's why they get all the faith-based films, because they make money in this area. The Odyssey may not make a lot of money, but I think they're seeing it and they're like, I think we can make a little bit of money, even if we only get it for 1 week. If we get it for 1 week, at least we're not missing out on a whole lot of dollars, because they made a crap load with Spider-Man and Paw Patrol. So
there you go.
As of right now, it hasn't been announced yet. I'm going to walk in there tomorrow when I see Spider-Man, finally, because I get a freaking day off work. And I'm going to see Spider-Man tomorrow at the 3:45 showing.
All right.
3:30, 3:45, something like that. Whatever.
Well, yeah. I mean, the way that you were saying it, like with the Odyssey, like your theater not playing it by then, it's the same thing that my theater did with Obsession.
Exactly.
Like they didn't play it opening weekend, but it kind of made sense for the time though, because you still had Michael out, you had Devil Wears Prada, and you had 3 movies come out that one last weekend with Mortal Kombat, Sheep Detectives, and the Billie Eilish 3D tour movie.
Yep.
So it kind of made sense why they didn't, but at the same time though, I knew it was going to do well, but not that well.
Yeah.
So it made sense like why they waited a month to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I wish they played it opening weekend. But
exactly, because when I was on stream with you guys when they announced what they were getting opening weekend of the Odyssey, and they were keeping the same 2 movies, I think it's safe to say that you guys saw me get red in the face.
Yeah. Yes.
I turned as red as a damn tomato because I was pissed. I was pissed.
You could probably say the same thing when my theater didn't play Obsession the weekend it was coming out. Like, I was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, when they got it, I had to go see it. Like, it's like when they got it, I was like, okay, like pushing aside everything, I am seeing this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, there we go. Let's move on. And then Hellraiser, my favorite horror movie of all time. Incredible. Just an amazing, amazing movie. All right, let's move up. Of course, as Noah was alluding to, we watched The Sandlot on a watch along on my channel with a group of guys, and it was one of the most fun watch alongs I've done in a while.
Yep.
We'll say I had a great time. Rewatched Backdraft. Some of the effects don't age very well, I will say. I mean, it is a 90s movie, I know, but still, it's a really, really good firefighter movie. We don't really get a lot of firefighter movies, so it's good we have a movie like Backdraft and Only the Brave.
Yeah.
So, and then Wolf Creek, talk about messed up, but a good movie. I will say it's a good movie, along with Wolf Creek 2. Well, speaking of sequels, rewatched Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. So much fun. Not as good as the first, but still a lot of fun. And then watched I Swear. This is such a heartfelt, but kind of a, how do I say this? Kind of a heartbreaking movie about a guy that grew up with Tourette's syndrome. And basically, it's kind of like a lifespan movie, like about a guy that, like how horribly he got treated because of him having Tourette's syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, you just continuously feel bad for the guy because obviously, like I said, he has Tourette's syndrome, and it's just whenever it strikes, people just treat him horribly.
Yeah, because a lot of people with that don't have it don't know that they can't really hold it in most of the time. A lot of times when you've dealt with it for many, many years, depending on how bad it is, you can rein it in a little bit, but there's just some points where they can't. They just can't.
Exactly. So, but it's a great look into how somebody dealt with Tourette's syndrome, even though, like, again, I constantly felt bad for the main guy. Like, because it's like, dude, like, he has Tourette's syndrome. Like, obviously he can't control it. So, but yeah, really, really good movie. Not a very rewatchable one, but one that I will recommend to people for sure. Like, if you want like a genuinely good movie, I have to recommend I Swear. It's a really good one. And then The Frighteners, Peter Jackson horror comedy about where Michael J. Fox can talk to ghosts. And it's such a fun movie. It's so much fun. Oh, man.
That one was $5, and I almost got it. Almost. But I just didn't pull the trigger.
I mean, hey, if we're talking like physically, we got the Arrow release coming out very soon.
True.
So, I mean, you might as well just get the Arrow release once that comes out.
Yeah. And then the last week. Okay. Saint Maud. This is a horror movie that I woke up one morning before work, and I'm like, let's just watch something short. And I was looking, I'm like, Saint Maud. Okay. Not up my alley. This is a movie that is very weird. It's very weird. It's A24, and it was still like early A24, where everyone was used to their stuff, right?
Yeah.
We were starting to get used to The Witch and The Lighthouse. We still didn't know what those movies were, but this just wasn't scary. The performances were good. It keeps you enraptured. It keeps you intrigued for a good 84 minutes. It's just the performances are good. It's just a messy film. So, some of the score and the editing choices are a bit off. The story goes a little bit bonkers, but then again, it's A24. I'm not going to fault them. They make original films. They want to make as original as films as you possibly can. Movies having to do with nuns, though, I mean, I don't think that you could do anything that is too original. Because, I mean, we've had nun movies that are, well, the Nun and Nun 2, Saint Maud, and my favorite one with nuns that isn't a Sister Act movie is probably this little comedy called The Little Hours.
All right.
But
I mean, hell, there's Immaculate.
Yeah. Very, very, very good movie. Very good movie as well.
So
Holiday. This is fun. That I've been seeing clips floating around on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm like, I think it's just telling me to rewatch the movie because I've seen this 3 times now. The first time I thought it was very good. The second time I liked it more, and this third time it just works a lot better. There's one particular scene where Luke and I at least once a month on a live stream on my channel or his channel will go into how a fart joke can be funny. This is one of those times where it does work because have you seen this movie, Luke?
no.
Okay. It's basically about these two people who fully agree on let's be each other's date for all holidays because they don't want to be single and they are platonic plus ones all year round until they catch feelings along the way, of course, because of course they do. It's a rom-com. There's this one scene that happens around Halloween, and Emma Roberts is wearing this very tight black dress that you have to untie. It's a little bit slutty. And so, of course, she gets the tummy rumbles. Her stomach starts going... And she goes, oh, shit. Okay. She's fully thinking that she can make it to the restroom. The funniest part of the entire movie, or no, of the whole scene, is when they're in the elevator, and he's trying to rip everything off, and as the door is opening, Emma Roberts goes, "Rip my fucking pants off! Rip my fucking pants off!" And then there's just this random family just looking at her. I'm like, oh shit. And then of course they open the door. Her stomach is just gurgling and rumbling. And then she opens the door, gets in her apartment, and as soon as he rips the dress off, she just shits her pants. All over the bathroom, all over the floor. You don't see it, but you hear it. But this is also a rom-com that can do a poop joke. But then there's multiple moments where, of course, she has to clean herself up. Of course, yeah. But there's a very sweet scene after that where he's washing her back with the shower. And she literally says, don't look at me. And all he's doing is looking away and rinsing her back off and not looking. She's like, well, he's a guy. Of course he's gonna look. He wasn't looking. The score is very sweet because it's a movie that can do very horny and sexy jokes and poop jokes, but it also is very sweet in the fact where it's a rom-com because there's good chemistry between our two stars here. Luke Bracey and Emma Roberts, I wish they would do more. I want to see them do more, but unfortunately, I think they're just stuck with what they're doing. Just these one-offs, unfortunately. But I enjoyed it immensely. And then, and this is the big one, The Exorcist. This is the movie I said I would never watch, but you guys kept harping on me every single month. You gotta watch The Exorcist. You gotta watch The Exorcist. So I watched it. I watched it finally. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't know going into it there were 3 different cuts. I didn't know there were 3, and I was never told which version to watch. All you guys said was watch The Exorcist, and I'm like, okay. So I watched The Exorcist. I watched the original version. Apparently that's the wrong version to watch because I've seen the clips, and I'm like, where's the stairs? Why isn't she crawling down the stairs upside down?
There's a different cut for that.
There's a different cut, and I went, oh, okay. It's not scary. It's very cheesy, but there's moments that are very freaking creepy. I mean, very creepy. There's a difference between creepy and scary. Creepy is something that's just spooking you in the moment and raising your hair on your arm. Scary is something that sticks with you. Undertone is a movie that stuck with me. Obsession is a scary movie. Hokum is scary. The Exorcist is just creepy. Now, will I watch this again? I don't know. I really don't know. It took a lot for me to even watch it one time. The Exorcist was not as scary as I thought it would be, and I think it's because I've seen all the major scenes. The only scene I had never seen, literally, in 27 years, I never knew that Karras literally jumped out of the window and killed himself to make the demon go away. I never knew that part. All these years, I know that he told it to come inside him, da 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 da. But I gotta say, my favorite thing that has to do with The Exorcist is the parody in Scary Movie 2 that opens it.
Yes.
Fuck me, Father.
Why?
Father.
Oh my
Father!
God.
This is not part of the ritual.
Oh my God.
I laughed in any scary movie. It is stupid.
For crying out loud, as soon as they enter the room, like, again, excuse my language, fuck this.
It's so good. It's so funny. Out of all the scary movie jokes, that's the one that just makes me bust out laughing every time. But
yes,
the movie itself, it's all right. I mean, maybe if I watched it, which I will never do, at like 11 o'clock at night or 1 a.m. in the morning in pitch black darkness, no. I watched this in the comfort of my own damn bed at 8:30 in the morning. And I said, you want to know what? If I don't watch it at this time in the morning, I'm not watching it at all. So I watched it and I'm like, okay.
Like,
but
okay.
At least you guys can say I watched it now.
Yep.
I don't need to watch 2 because I've heard 2 is god awful.
The only other one I really think you should watch is the third one.
Yeah, which I am going to watch around Halloween time.
There you go.
Watch The Exorcist 3 as long as it's streaming. Because I'm not going to watch it unless it's streaming. Because I don't want to pay $5.99 to rent The Exorcist 3. But
you do you, man.
Yeah. After that, When Harry Met Sally. It's a comfort movie. It's very comforting. I watched The Exorcist before I went to work, got home from work, and I decided, let's just watch this again. And I literally just rewatched it earlier this week. It's that much of a comfort movie for me because it's quotable. I love it. I finally got this fiend to finally see it. Finally. Yep. But it's slowly creeping up as my number 2 favorite movie of all time. Nothing will ever beat Wonka, but we're getting close.
Yeah.
More Than a Secretary. This is a 1936 comedy that is dumb. It's dumb. It's basically about these female workers who they run a secretary school, and let's just get into this. Ready? Read that. Ready?
I'm reading it to myself.
Okay. And tell me when you're done.
What the?
That has nothing to do with the movie. That has nothing to do with the movie. This movie, I kid you not, all it's about is about them working in this office, and he falls in love with this woman who is a secretary, Another woman wants the job. That's it.
That's it.
It's 77 minutes. Why was this on the Criterion channel? Because reasons. I figured that this would be a pretty decent little movie. Unfortunately, I could have taken a nap during it. I seriously could have taken a nap during it, and I would not have missed anything. But you gotta watch classic Hollywood, because if it wasn't for movies like this, we probably wouldn't get the movies we get today.
Yeah.
And a lot of the movies in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s were very cheap. Like made for like $50,000 to $100,000, and back then that was quite a bit of money. Now that's like nothing.
That's a low budget like nowadays.
Yeah, and you can tell with the actors that they hire. Gene Arthur's very good, very good. Everyone else, they're in it. they're in it. Toast to Italy. Okay. Yeah. Me and Kirsten got this from Hallmark to potentially do an interview. We reached out. We were told that they were not doing interviews for this movie, so we just got the movie early. I did not rate it because I actually forgot to rate it. This is a boring film. This is a very boring movie. It's about Jenny, played by Tori DeVito, and she travels to Italy to bid on this very special bottle of wine for her sister's birthday, but this rich guy wants it, and they basically go on a journey together that leads to a love of their own. It's a very mediocre Hallmark movie, not memorable in the least, and I don't think I'll ever rewatch that movie again. Cat People, the original 1942 version. This was very, very good. I was not expecting this to be the first jump scare in a classic horror movie that I've seen. This really goes into the creep factor, because a lot of the classic films, like The Blob, The Fly, are very stupid, very over the top. This one literally goes into her becoming a cat. That's literally what it is. And attacking people. It's very good. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I know that Luke's seen it, I think.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Queen Bee, very good movie as well. This one is all about, don't tell me your name. Joan Crawford. She plays this woman, and she's a Southern belle, and she's basically just manipulating this family, and it is this comedy that ends up becoming this drama about them trying to get rid of her and inevitably kill her before she kills them. It's a very good movie from 1955. No one ever talks about it. I think y'all should. It's very underrated. Shoot the Piano Player. This is a French film from 1960 that I was not expecting when I was watching it, because I literally called Luke, or you called me, and I said, "Man, I've never seen a film from the 40s, 50s, or 60s with nudity in it." Of course, you've seen them take the robes off, and there's a back, a bare back, or a side or something, sure. But there's literally a scene where he sleeps with this woman. He gets into bed and her breasts are just out. And I said, well, this is different. And there's legit cussing. F words.
What?
Shit, damn, hell, bitch. Everything is in this movie. Apparently, I think France and overseas was just used to that stuff. Because in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, you couldn't say those words on a television screen or on a movie screen. Those were barred. And France did it. This is a very good drama all about this guy who is a piano player. He falls in love with this woman, and he works in this bar. And when Charlie's brothers come back, they have scammed these gangsters. Now he basically has to find the brothers, and the waitress goes with him. And now they're looking for a little boy as well. Very, very interesting French film. I think it's gone from the Criterion channel, but I think it's coming out with the Blu-ray very, very soon.
It was announced. November. Yeah, it was announced for the November slate for Criterions, and I probably will buy it.
And it's only 85 minutes, and it moves like that. I mean, it just fast paced.
Excuse me.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, very good movie. Okay, a lot of people are gonna say shill. Shut up. Royal in Paradise 3, a royal wedding. Was I sent this early? No. Am I friends with the people who made this movie? Yes. That's why I'm not going to give it a rating. I can't fairly judge this movie because I'm friends with Adrian, Mitchell, Kyra, and Rhiannon. I literally just interviewed Rhiannon for her new Hallmark movie, Ozzy at Heart. And this Saturday, fully announcing it now, we're going to have Adrian, Rhiannon, and Kyra back on Heartful of Hallmark to talk about Royal 3, The Royal Wedding. I will say what this film is about, though. The second film was set at Christmas time, and they were trying to get engaged. He was trying to fully propose to her. Every single time that something happened, he couldn't do it. Everyone was messing it up. Eventually, we know what happened. They got engaged because we have a royal wedding. This is not your typical wedding movie. This is not a romance. This is not them getting ready for the wedding. Somebody in the foreign country, in the country, says you can't get married because of X, Y, and Z. It breaks these laws. And it's basically them going against it and being like, how are we going to do this? Because everything's paid for. Her family flew in from America for it, and all this money was spent. Now they got to figure out how they're going to get married without breaking the law. And there's only a couple of different ways. And it's either he gives up his chance of becoming king, or the queen has to step down and he becomes king, and he can break that law and disband it. I'm not going to say what happens, but this is a very, very good drama. Great American Family, I don't think, watched the movie because I think that they were expecting a romance movie. This is not that. The wedding happens, but this is a drama, and I'm very proud of Adrian and Kyra for writing this. Mitchell and Rhiannon, they fit in these characters. Love them both to death, particularly Rhiannon. Love her with my whole heart. When I say that I love her on the interviews, we are so genuine. We say it right back, and she says it right back to us. It's just full friendship. Great little movie. I'm not going to rate it because everybody knows that I know them, so I don't think it's fair that I rate it. Wouldn't you agree with that, Luke? Since I know him, it's not really fair.
I mean, that's up to you, man. But exactly. I see why it's not why you think it's unfair, because they're your friends. But even say this, man. Let me say this. Like what if I made a short film? I want your honest thoughts.
And I would tell you my thing is, if you made a film, right?
Yeah.
I would not be we're best friends. So it would be me being very genuinely honest. With this type of a thing, though, we've interviewed them for the past 2 films and multiple times beforehand, and knowing them as people and knowing what we knew about the film before it was even supposed to be announced. We were told about the film before it was even announced to be in production. They were greenlit immediately after we uploaded our interview for movie 2. And that's a wild story that we will get into on that interview. because that's going to be fun. But yeah, if you made a movie, I would give my full honest opinions. And I'm going to be honest with this one. I really liked it. I really did like it a lot. I'm just not going to rate it because to me, I don't think it's fair because when I'm watching it, knowing it's Rhiannon, right? I know that's Olivia and Alexander on screen, but I'm judging them as people that I talk to. It is the same thing with like Cam and Gavin. I watch their stuff, but I'm buddies with them. So I'm not going to rate it. I am going to say I watched it, and if they ask me, they know I'm going to be fully, genuinely honest. Because even with films that you guys love, like the Osgood Perkins films, I'm not a big fan of them, and I'm fully honest with you about it. But yeah. Next up, Cat People, the 1982 remake. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? There's a small issue here, okay? Cat People from 1942, 40 years earlier, that I just watched a few days earlier, was 73 minutes. How long do you think this remake is?
Probably about 100 minutes.
118.
Oh, Jesus.
118. After years of separation, Irina and her minister brother Paul reunite in New Orleans. When zoologists capture a wild panther, Irene is drawn to the cat. And zoo coordinator, I know I didn't say that right, curator, zoo curator, Oliver to her. Soon Paul will have to reveal the family secret that when sexually aroused, they revert into predatory jungle cats.
What? What?
I will pull this up verbatim. Okay? Look at this. Look at that last line.
Just...
Shit. There we go. Look at that last line.
Oh my God. What?
They get horny and they become cats. Okay?
That's fucking odd, dude.
So,
no. Excuse me again. That's freaking odd.
So here's the thing. The acting's very good. It's very good. This movie's horny as hell, man. This thing has a hard on through the whole thing. There are multiple scenes where I kid you not, our lead just walks into the woods and is stripping. She takes off her pants. She takes her shirt off. She walks around in her bra and panties. She takes her panties off. She takes her bra off, and she's just buck naked walking around because she's horny.
Oh
and
my
she's about
God.
to turn into a cat. I've never seen John Hurt in a sex scene before, but he does a couple of them here. After he knows that she turns into a panther because they have sex in one scene. Immediately after, you see her effects like turning into it. Very, very well done. Realistic effects of turning into a panther. And then she's just hovering over him like she's about to eat him. She doesn't. She runs away. The movie is horny. It is very horny. This is the second movie in a row where Malcolm McDowell is in a horny movie. This and A Clockwork Orange. Can't wait to see Caligula. Oh boy.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Man, if you ever watch this movie, this is nothing like the 42 version. There is sex on top of sex, on top of boobs, on top of boobs. Just nudity out the wazoo for nonsensical reasons because they're horny, so they turn into cats. And it's 2 hours long.
I think I'm just going to stick with the 40s version.
Why did this need to be 2 hours? It didn't. It did not need to be 2 hours. There's some good, great practical effects. There's moments where this movie does shine. But 2 hours of this? Holy crap. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no thanks.
Dragged. And then finally, get rid of the horny movie, and we'll go back to New York. And we're going to end it off with Before We Go. Before We Go is a New York movie all about Alice Eve and Chris Evans, who spend a 24-hour night in New York City because all the trains are done for the night. Everything from Grand Central Station, all the other terminals are done. And she has to get someplace. And trying to find her way, get her some money, We know how this goes. The movie's not very good. It's very well shot. It's just incredibly boring the more it goes on. There's only so much you can talk about with a stranger in New York City who you only know you have 24 hours with, if not even 24 hours. It's pretty much just 12 hours. And they fall in love along the way, kind of, not really. There's romance here, but there's no chemistry. Chris Evans could have chemistry with a stick. He could literally just have a romance scene with a stick and you believe it because he's that good of an actor. But with Alice Eve, he had nothing. She's very solid, but man, this was a slog. Beautifully shot, good performances, but you can't force romantic chemistry.
All right.
And that is everything that I watched in the month of July. Luke, let's see what you watched the last month of July.
All right. Let's get to it. So, kicking it off with the last batch, we have starting it off with Altered States. This is a body horror film starring, I think it was William Hurt, I think. Remember correctly? Yes. Weird as hell, but a really good movie. It's weird. Like, emphasis on weird. Then we watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It's a comfort movie. And how many times have I watched it now? Like 5 times now?
5, I think 5.
Yeah, 5 times. Yeah, so it's a comfort movie. I can watch it many, many times, and I will not get bored with it. And then watched Dead Man for the first time. This is a Jim Jarmusch movie starring Johnny Depp, and it's a very like surrealist kind of Western movie. This is a good one. Like, this is another one that Mike recommended to me. Oh man, it is so good. It's so good. I think it still is on the Criterion channel. So Noah, please, dude, do yourself a favor.
I'm gonna
watch this.
I'm gonna have to.
That and Beau Travail, dude. Watch them.
Okay.
All right. Then The Wrestler. I know this is a very depressing movie, but for some odd reason, I wanted to rewatch it. And because I had not seen it since 2020. This is a phenomenal movie.
Yep.
Easily. I will say, honestly, this is pretty easily my favorite Darren Aronofsky movie.
Really?
This is my favorite one. Like,
wow. Even over The Whale and Black Swan?
Even over Requiem for a Dream.
Wow.
This is my favorite one. Like, Mickey Rourke, terrific performance. And how he basically dives, like how Aronofsky dives into the wrestling industry, not even just with the main guy, Randy the Ram, played, of course, wonderfully by Mickey Rourke. How basically like things work like within the wrestling industry, and like how basically people prepare themselves for a wrestling match.
Yep.
And how brutal it can be. Like, the movie does not hold back at all, and it is a sad movie. But that's Aronofsky for you. Like, he makes a lot of depressing, like, and very artistic films. But I will say this is his best movie. Like, it's a perfect film. Yeah. It's an amazing movie. Can't say much more good about that one. All right. Then it was on a little movie watching day for a little bit. Watched Mile End Kicks. I think that was the first of 2 films that Chandler Levac directed this year. We also had like Roommates that came out on Netflix, which no thank you. But Mile End Kicks was a really solid comedy drama with Barbie Ferreira, who is a music critic, and she moves over to Canada to write a book about somebody, and then becomes the small indie rock band's publicist. And there are moments where, like, I honestly didn't even feel like I was watching a movie. I actually felt like I was watching real people.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a perfect movie. I have to say that. I think it's a little bit too long. Like, the clock's in at almost 2 hours long. Did not need to be that long. But Barbie Ferreira is great. Devin Bostick, he is fantastic in this movie. Like, he's so freaking good. You get Jay Baruchel playing as our Barbie Ferreira's boss. And he is such a douchebag. And I'm going to emphasize on that. Douchebag. Because when you see what he does to her or sometime in the movie, I'm not going to say anything else besides that. Because you will know when you watch the movie. But really, really good film. It's on Netflix right now. So if you guys have Netflix, check it out. Just watch it. Talk about pleasant surprises right here. Voicemails for Isabel. I watched it because a couple of buddies in our group chat recommended it to me. And I was like, okay, I'll check it out. Wow. I did not think I would love it as much as I did. So basically, Zoe Deutsch is a up-and-coming chef. Like, she wants to be a chef. And her sister Isabel passes away. And it basically deals with grief in a unique way that you don't technically see in a lot of romance films or just movies in general, where basically she has a really crazy life going on in, I think it's San Francisco where the film takes place, where she basically sends voicemails talking about her crazy life to her sister's old phone. But what she doesn't know is that it's going to a realtor's phone down in Texas, played by Nick Robinson, who apparently inherited her sister's old phone. And basically, he starts, of course, receiving these voicemails, and they, of course, fall in love, and things go from there. But it's a film that also has really good drama to it. Like, it's a film that's heartfelt, but it's a film that actually is kind of heartbreaking. When you think about it, like, it is honestly kind of heartbreaking. It is one of the best romance films I've seen in a very long time. Like, and it honestly makes me think I should honestly give more romance films a chance, because it's like we get hidden gems like Voicemails for Isabel, and I'm glad that I finally watched it. It's a great movie. Did you see this one, dude?
I've not yet. I'm watching this next week. Netflix and I have not been friends. So
I'm gonna say, dude, you will enjoy it. You will enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I've been meaning to. Everybody has been saying watch it, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch it this week.
All right. And then we watched Spider-Man on a watch along with Michael and Mike. Great movie. Suspiria, the Dario Argento film. It is the perfect Giallo movie. I still think it's the best one, and no, I don't think anything will top it. It's that good. And then Frailty, probably the best religious horror film ever. Like, if you want to know how to do religious horror, you take notes from either Frailty or Heretic. That's how you do it.
And I literally just watched that this month, and I'll talk about it on our next stream.
But yeah, phenomenal movie. And then we get The Midnight Meat Train, which is based on a Clive Barker story. I know what you're thinking by that title, but it's not what you think it is.
Giggity. No.
I just had to pull that joke. But this is a crime slasher movie, and it's a pretty solid one. It's a really, really solid one. Bradley Cooper is really good in it. Maybe a bit too much CGI blood, but a really solid movie. All right, then I had to rewatch In the Mouth of Madness to honor Sam Neill. Rest in peace. Great movie. One of my favorites of John Carpenter. All right, then went on another movie watching day, starting off with Mortal Kombat 2. It's a fun sequel. Like, it's the one that focuses on the tournament like it is supposed to. Like, the first one is like the build up to the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people complain, there's no tournament. You have Mortal Kombat 2, so you don't really have to complain anymore.
Yeah, you got to build the characters too.
Exactly. So, I don't know. But I enjoy that first Mortal Kombat movie. I do. I'm still a defender of that movie. But I will...
Yeah,
good.
I wasn't the first time I watched it, but then I saw it in theaters just like a few days later, and I absolutely loved it. And then I saw it with my best friend and his wife, and we had a great time with it. So I mean, it's just pure bloody fun.
That's the same thing with Mortal Kombat 2. Like, if you take away, like, you know, the story issues, then you will have a good time with this movie because it is carnage fueled fun. You get Johnny Cage in this movie for crying out loud, and Carl Urban, he owns that role. He owned it, dude. Like, and honestly, like, that was the first person I thought of to play Johnny Cage was Carl Urban, and he was great. Like, that's the reason to watch the movie is for Carl Urban's Johnny Cage. I mean, come on, man. The Uncaged Fury.
My guy was going to be the Miz because he looks exactly like him, but I don't know if the Miz had the acting chops, so that might be what it was. So I mean, you might as well go with the bigger name in the acting game. Anyways, in the acting game, he is the bigger name.
And I'm glad they got Carl Urban to do it. So, and then Cliffhanger. It's a fun little movie. We have not heard any word on the remake at all. So, yeah, I don't know.
Might be dead in the water.
Yeah, it might be at this point. But I mean, hey, we get to see Stallone climb mountains. So
yeah.
And then I watched the movie Swapped on Netflix. I took a little while to get around to this one. This was a good and sweet animated movie. Michael B. Jordan and Juno Temple voice the two main characters, and they do a good job together. And then I watched Little Brother, which Noah warned me about, that it wasn't very good, and I hated it. It is easily sitting in my top 10 worst right now. It's terrible. Like, look, I like Eric Andre. I think he's funny. But, excuse my language, but god damn, he annoyed the living shit out of me. And of course, I love John Cena, but he was such a dick in that movie. Like, he was a dick the entire time. Like, there was barely any charisma with John Cena. He was just a douchebag the entire time. Like,
and Luke knows that if anybody that he knows was going to like the movie, it was going to be me. It was going to be me.
You didn't even like it either, dude.
I didn't even like it either. And I was sent it for free early by Netflix to review. And it pained me to have the first John Cena movie where I really didn't like it. I've liked most of his other stuff.
I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. I wanted to turn it off. Like, it was that bad. Like, there was a couple of moments like where I clicked like a button on my remote to see like what the time frame was, and I'm like, how much more is left?
The funniest thing that got me was when Eric Andre was peeing out the window, because I mean that got me to chuckle. It was very stupid, but at that point I'm like, I need to chuckle at something. And then eventually I'm like, okay, that's the only thing that made me laugh was that.
But yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know I gave it 1 star, which is like either a D or a D- grade. I was really close to giving it an F. Like, honestly, I was really close. It was that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm being nice. I am being nice with a D-. But I wanted to give it an F. Oh boy. The Death of Robin Hood. I watched it because of this guy right here.
Hi.
And
me.
And I could not tell you how disappointed I was as soon as the credits rolled. This was my most anticipated film of the summer, and it will easily be my most disappointing movie of the year because, wow. After the first 20 to 30 minutes, nothing happens. Literally nothing. Like, it's just a bunch of talky talk, and not in a way to where it gets me invested. Because the rest of the film is like I said, it's just a bunch of meandering. If the film was the first 20 minutes and basically a little bit more like action scenes later on, sure, like that would have been good. but the movie is so slow that I was just like, oh my God. Like, but the movie looks amazing with cinematography wise, beautifully shot. And Hugh Jackman's great, like he always is. Jodie Comer's great. Bill Skarsgård is also really good in it. But man, I was so let down. So, yeah, man. If it wasn't for Hugh Jackman and also for the beautiful cinematography, I would rate this movie a lot lower. I would. But and also it's Michael Sarnowski. That was the big reason why I was so excited to watch it, because I love Quiet Place Day One, love Pig, but there's going to be directors out there that are going to have their misses, and this one, unfortunately, I hate to say, was that movie.
Yep, every director has their bad day at the office. Everybody does.
And that was the death of Robin Hood for me. So, and then rewatched Barry Lyndon to kind of cleanse my palate, and it's a phenomenal war epic from Stanley Kubrick. And then watched The Lookout with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, where he was a hockey player that gets into a car accident, a bad car accident that causes him short-term memory loss, and he could only do simple tasks. So he kind of gets entangled with a little bank robbery scheme later on in the movie, and it's a really, really good movie. And then Elf, it's a classic. What else can I say? Is there sugar and syrup? Yes. Then yes. That's not even it yet. I think there's still a couple more.
I believe so. Let me pull those up.
Yeah, there's still a couple more, because I know that's not the last one I watched.
Nope. Yep, there they are. There they are. I just didn't want to, There we go.
All right. So then rewatched Following, because that was part of the 52 movie challenge that I'm doing with Huck, and I wanted to go with this one because, I mean, I was sure no one else was going to watch this one for the challenge anyway, at least for the people that I was on with his live stream for the recap. And it's a really fascinating film. It's a fascinating time capsule drama, like really cool, interesting ideas with what Christopher Nolan was able to do. I mean, he made this film on a low budget with his friends, and look where it got him.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's a fascinating film. And then checked out Solaris for the first time. That's the Andrei Tarkovsky film, not the Steven Soderbergh one, which I'm going to watch soon, but I wanted to check this one out first. Really, really good movie. You can definitely sense the inspiration that Christopher Nolan took from this film when he made Interstellar. Like when you watch that, like you watch like Solaris and Interstellar back to back, long movies, but you can definitely sense a lot of the inspiration that he took from Solaris to Interstellar. So, yeah, it's a really good film. Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's the first film in about 4 years to gross $2 billion worldwide at the box office, and it's deserved. It rocks. It's so great. Having a Spider-Man-centric story this go around, rather than just, him needing help from like Nick Fury or Tony Stark or Doctor Strange. Like, this is what I want from the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, and I'm glad I got it. And John Bernthal was a great addition as the Punisher, though. He was so good. And Mark Ruffalo has very limited screen time as the Hulk, but he's still great nonetheless. I mean, you actually get I'm not spoiling anything by saying this. You actually get to see him go full Hulk mode in this one for a couple scenes, and or for one scene in particular, I should say. And I'm like, that's the Hulk I've been missing. Like, that is the Hulk I'm missing right there. Because, like, when we first got Hulk in, like, the Avengers, like, where Mark Ruffalo took over after Edward Norton, that was still the Hulk I wanted. Because Edward Norton pretty much brought, like, everything to the table of, like, what I want from Hulk. Like, he's pissed off.
Exactly.
Like, he's angry. Like, he's not Professor Hulk, like he is in Endgame. So, I'm not going to rant on that too much, but I just wanted to get that off my chest quick because, like, that's the Hulk I want. Is an angry Hulk, like a pissed off Hulk. Like, that's what Hulk is supposed to be. So, anyways, but yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day, cannot complain. Awesome movie. And then watched Pressure. This was a really solid war drama. It's not like, a war battle movie, like, something like Saving Private Ryan. This takes place around the same time that Saving Private Ryan takes place, around D-Day.
Mm-hmm.
But Saving Private Ryan is about the D-Day battle. This movie takes place 72 hours before D-Day, about determining the forecast of whether they can go into battle or not.
Yep.
And it's a really solid drama. Like the tension and back and forth between Brendan Fraser and Andrew Scott is terrific. Like, Brendan Fraser already has an Oscar to his name, but he delivers another incredible performance. Andrew Scott, though, don't overlook that guy. Like, he's amazing in this movie. You also get Carrie Condon in there. She's great as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a really good war drama. So that's an absolute hidden gem from this year. I got to say that. If you need a hidden gem movie, then Pressure is your ticket. Go watch it. It's on Peacock right now. Watch it. And the last one is one of my favorite movies of all time. Had to end off strong with This is Spinal Tap. Comedy classic. Honestly, the best mockumentary movie ever made. And still, I will say, is Rob Reiner's best movie. Like, that's the movie that is up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So I think I'd say started strong, ended strong.
That's right. And speaking of ending, guys, that's the end of this show. But we'll be with you guys next month to talk about what we watched in August of 2030. 2026. August of 2026. We don't know when we will be back. It might be the first week. It might be the second week. It just depends. But before we end this off, Luke, where can we find you?
Of course, you guys can find my YouTube channel right here, Luke Ponto. I do watch Long's live streams, of course, like Hangout streams. I do 2 live shows, Movie Fanatics and Horror Hounds. But yeah, not going to be doing Horror Hounds for another week, and we're going to take a break from watch longs for a couple of weeks. But Movie Fanatics more than likely next week. And yeah, I'm going to be seeing Insidious Out of the Further tomorrow, so I might do an out of theater reaction, just talking about that. So yeah, I think that's about it. And also, of course, I'm on Letterboxd, Instagram, all that stuff. So yeah, go check me out.
And you guys know where you can find me. I'm going to be right here every single month with reviews, short reviews. But you guys also know where you can find me. We just dropped a brand new interview today. My co-host, Kirsten, the best podcast co-host in the world. I cannot praise her enough for this one. She did an interview with Amy Teagarden and Chris McNally for the brand new Hallmark movie Love Finds You, which I just watched today. Review for that one next week. Well, actually, my review for that one in full form will be available this upcoming week. And check out our interview with them. We just did an interview with Rhiannon Fish talking about Ozzy at Heart. And we also just talked, well, she talked to Rhiannon again the following day, along with Daniel Lissing for Ozzy at Heart. We'll be talking with Rhiannon again, like I've already said, in this stream for Royal 3, The Royal Wedding. Will we get a Royal 4? What is the plans for a Royal 4? What was it like making it? What was the story? And how did they come up with this particular thing of not doing a romance movie or a comedy, doing a full-on drama? You can find all that and more out with a lot of laughs, a lot of stories, and some surprises this upcoming Sunday on Heart Full of Hallmark. And Luke, do you have anything to show for your physical media-wise that you picked up over the past week?
Well, I just got one thing in today.
Go for it.
Let the right one in. Been needing to get this because I also have Let Me In down there. And I've seen this one, but I've not seen Let Me In yet. So I want to rewatch this one and then watch Let Me In back to back. So,
okay.
So that's the one thing I got. But I mean, I've got cold storage on the way tomorrow. So
okay. This past week, well, let's just say since the last time we streamed, I got these 3 things. I got the 4K and Blu-ray of Epic Elvis Presley in Concert.
I still want to get that, though. I got the DVD because that's the thing that my Walmart had in stock, but I'll get the 4K at some point.
Yeah, I pre-ordered this, and I have a feeling that myself and my mother will be watching this one very, very often, particularly her. And I have this on my Vudu, and I know that's how she's gonna watch it. I'm gonna be watching the physical copy though. Very, very good concert movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
Project Hail Mary, I just got the Blu-ray. I don't have a 4K player, but I just wanted it. I just wanted the movie and might as well support it because you don't know how much longer we're going to get physical copies of streaming movies from Amazon. So
I did get that too. I'll get that out quick. It's literally right next to me.
there you go.
Yep. Phenomenal movie. Can't complain.
And then these, I've seen all of these. I had the DVDs of them, and I wanted the Blu-ray, so I got the complete seven movie collection of the Chucky franchise.
I still want to get those, man. But they just moved up the price to $30 now.
Yeah. What shocked me, dude, is that this comes with the unrated versions of Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, and Cult of Chucky.
Huh.
The unrated versions.
That's weird.
Which is very, very sweet because I think I've seen the unrated versions. I don't know if the original cuts are on here or not. I haven't checked it out, but I'll be watching these around October, just doing a big binge of all 7 of these because why not? It's Chucky. 3, probably my least favorite, but it's been a long time since I've seen any of these, and I wasn't a big fan of the Chucky series. I tapped out after episode 5.
I've only watched the first season.
Okay. I tapped out after 5. Everybody was mad. I'm like, they didn't do well in the ratings. What do you want them to do? If a movie doesn't do, if a series doesn't do ratings, they're not going to keep it on just because you like the series. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. But, and one thing I really like about this is Luke and I like multi-packs. The thing is with multi-packs, sometimes they put movies, like 2 or 3 movies on a disc. One thing I like about this is they all come on their own disc, which is very nice. But
yes.
I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen any of these in a long time, so I'm looking forward to finally rewatching the Chucky franchise. And now the only major horror franchise I actually need on Blu-ray completely is Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the only one I need, and then I've got them all, but I haven't seen them all yet. I've seen 1 and 2 and the remake, so I still need to see Dream Warriors, New Nightmare, Freddy's Dead, stuff like that. But again, we'll talk about those in October.
For sure.
But until next time, everybody, like, subscribe for more. Check out Luke on YouTube, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Check myself out and check me out on Heartful of Hallmark with my podcast co-host Kirsten. A lot more coming your way. And until next time, everybody, we'll see you all